So Mitch, this one's for you. I just wanted to show you how you can get a pretty easy effect like this one, which is something I think you're working on in the class. There's a couple of effects that you need to know and maybe a trick or two. One is the effect's name is Right On, and the way it works is it has a brush position and it brushes on the image that's underlying. So first of all, you need to get your original image. You need to create a vector of it just by tracing it with a pen tool. I did that pretty quick, alright, I suppose. Then you apply the Right On to the layer you want to write on, as if you're brushing it on. And then you have a keyframe at the beginning for brush position and you animate it on. So the second trick, instead of doing that manually, which is a bit of a pain, what I did was I created a null object, layer new null, and then I used this thing called motion sketch. Motion sketch, if you go to window, you go to motion sketch, pops up, and what this allows you to do is to write keyframes as you draw with the mouse, and it just cruises across with the playhead and it records your keyframe position. And so it's pretty useful and handy for doing this kind of manual animation-y kind of stuff. And what it does is it writes out the keyframes to the position of the null. Then I pick whipped so if I go to my effects and my brush position, I pick whip that, so that, drag that and pick whip it to the null position. You can see it's showing that now. And basically that makes the brush position chase the position that we use the motion sketch on. And what you end up with is this. Now I put a couple of effects on there to make it look a little bit better. And you can see how that works. It's just got a glow on it. And the settings that you use for Right On are the ones that determine how long it stays on before it starts to, see that, come chasing back. So it'll come chasing back on its own, and depending on how accurate you are and the settings you use on the Right On effect, my settings look like this. So it was the paint time properties, paint style reveal original image, opacity stroke length, so how long the stroke stays on the screen for, 30 seconds, brush spacing, so you just play with these things, brush size, you want to make that fairly big to make it easy to use when it's a bit inaccurate, which is quicker and easier and it still looks fine. And the rest is how this works. So I think you could quickly build up a pretty cool fluoro kind of trace of our logo this way.